Hi guys, Arturo Tobar here from Movix, and I'm here with Richard Tanne from Chemical Hearts. Richard, how are you?
I'm doing well, Arturo. How are you doing?
Great, it's a pleasure to be here with you on these troubled times.
Yes.
But I had the chance to see your movie just a few days ago, and I got to tell you, congratulations for Chemical Hearts.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I have to say I'm distracted by your vast collection. I'm trying to pick out titles and see what you got.
And this is just a really, really small part.
It's great.
I think it's about 5,000 Blu-rays.
Shit.
Yeah, I got a problem. It's a psychological problem. I guess it's not easy giving life to a story that it aims to a young audience, but also there's to be different. It has the audacity to be different, because all these teen boy meets girl movies tend to have these perfect endings, and that's not the case with Chemical Hearts. How was it for you bringing giving life to this movie?
You know, I would say giving life to this movie was like reconnecting with my 17-year-old self and kind of strangely making a movie as a 17-year-old again. Like we even shot it in my hometown and around my hometown. Um, Friends from high school were coming to visit set. My parents. I mean, I'm not joking. My mom's home was like down the street from one of our locations, so she'd come by and like visit every day on her way to work. Um, it was surreal, but at the same time, so I'm reconnecting with these high school feelings and impressions, but I'm making it with the wisdom of a 35-year-old man. Um, and so if it is different at all than other, teen movies, or if it is unique at all, I think it's only because um, it's only trying to be itself, and being itself is this weird dichotomy of young me and old me. Um, and old me wanting to make a movie that young me would have appreciated. Um, and so if you have an adult that's like making a movie for his 17-year-old self, his 17-year-old soul, um, hopefully it comes out as something that doesn't speak down to the younger audience, but meets them at their level. And in some cases, in the case of like a 12-year-old or 13-year-old that's watching it for the first time, maybe it's asking them to reach a little bit higher than they're used to.
What exactly brought you onto the project?
Well, Lily had read the book, Lily Reinhart, and she wanted to play the role of Grace. Was looking for a filmmaker to team up with. Had seen my first movie, and I read the book, and um, I was very taken with it. I was very taken with the unflinching, lean into darkness. The way that Crystal, the author, embraced the pain that comes along with being young, and as you said, that kind of unhappy uh, but realistic ending. The way that the balance between um, telling a story about heartbreak that somehow manages to be hopeful for the individuals involved. I thought that was really beautiful, and that was something I could relate to. And if I could just bottle up some of that melancholy, um, it might be a noble story to tell.
That's what I was thinking when I at the end of the movie, because it was like, oh my god, this is so heartbreaking. But the last scene is what really made me cry, but not of out of sadness, but of this is great. He's not alone at the end.
Right.
How was the process of the screenplay, of taking the book to screenplay? Did you have chance to meet with Crystal? Did she had any input? How was it?
Yeah, I wrote the script before I even had the rights to the book, which is not something I would generally recommend doing. Um, but I was just so compulsively drawn to write it and adapt it. because I had such a clear idea of how to whittle it down from the book into the movie and what I wanted to focus on. Narrowing in on the sort of push and pull between Henry and Grace, the roller coaster dynamic. So it was great in the sense that I had this book to lean on and to rely on from time to time. Okay, maybe there's a piece of dialogue I could use to help me out here. It really helped to have the bones of Crystal's book. Then she read the script and loved it and gave me the rights to do it. And we finally started conversing over email and then eventually over Skype. She lives in London. I'm in Los Angeles. And Crystal was very clear from the beginning that she saw the book and the movie as two separate pieces of art, and that she trusted me with the story and the script and the movie, and that it was my right to go and make the movie exactly as I needed to. And so that was our relationship, and is our relationship. And it was great to have, I was insistent that she come to set. She was there for, I think, a week of filming, and we got to watch some scenes that she had imagined and I had added to or reshaped come to life. So it was really this beautiful collaboration, an unwitting collaboration. She didn't even know it was happening while I was writing the script, but I had her there, as a spirit guide.
How was it directing Austin? That he's so young, but has a lot of movies on his back, and Lily, that is also such a neat girl, a neat actress right now, and that has so much room for growing. How was the experience with them?
It was great because they both of them are young, and they both, I would say in Lily's case, feels like she's got a lot to prove to the world. So there's a fire burning, and she's willing to take chances. And once she trusted me, she was willing to take direction and suggestions and be malleable, which she was. Um, Austin has been acting since he was a little kid, like you said. He's been in so much, and he has a process for himself. Um, and in his case, it was more about uh, becoming a part of his process. Uh, he asks a lot of questions. He's a bit more method in his approach. He sort of put on the costume of Henry the minute he arrived to the location, and he didn't take it off for the rest of the month that we were shooting, the rest of the 24 days that we were shooting. So it was different dealing with both of them, but equally great. And I think my job in directing actors is really just to be their friend, really just to be their buddy, hold their hand when they're feeling, unsure of a scene, whisper some words of encouragement in between takes. But I'm not really trying to get them to move them towards a target per se. I mean, we all know what needs to happen, and they know they're capable of doing what the scene requires. But sometimes they just need a little bit of encouragement to get there. That's it. Yeah.
What would you say to a Mexican audience about why they don't have to miss Chemical Hearts on Amazon Prime?
I would say to any audience, I don't think it's just the Mexican audience. I think it's any audience that is maybe looking for something that that calls to mind your experience of being young, but isn't afraid to present it soberly and honestly. If you want something that can take you back to those years, and or if you're in those years right now, that can sort of help you process what you're going through, then you should watch the movie. If you're looking for a piece of escapist, bubblegum teenage years, it's not for you. So I think actually the best way to sell it is, if you just want to smile and be happy and laugh, don't watch this movie. If you're interested in something that's familiar but a little bit off the beaten track, this movie's for you.
Well, Richard, I think this is all the time we have. So I would like to ask you to invite everyone at Movies to see your movie. Thank you.
Yes, I would love anyone out there who's a fan of Arturo's and a fan of the site to please come watch Chemical Hearts. And once you're done, maybe Arturo can recommend one of his 10,000 Blu-rays.
I do that every day.
Awesome.
Richard, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are never more alive than when you're a teenager. Your brain is flush with chemicals that can turn your life into a story of epic proportions. And yet, by the start of my senior year, nothing interesting had ever happened to me. Then, something finally happened.
Hi guys, come on in. Grace just transferred here from East River. I think you'll make a truly dynamic editor-in-chief duo.
I'll help with editing and design, just not writing.
Hey, why'd you give up writing?
I was asked to write something about someone really important to me, but I just couldn't find the words.
It's funny, because I can't find the words when I talk, and you can't find the words when you write.
Have you ever had a girlfriend?
No.
Why not?
I don't know, I'm not really good at this stuff. I feel like I don't know anything about you.
I used to be good at socializing.
What changed?
9 months ago, car swerved coming around a bend and flipped. Come here.
You look,
Thoughty?
I was gonna say hot. Hey, Grace, just want to say hi. And that hope last night just kind of meant a tiny fraction to you as it meant to me. That was done.
The teenage years are limbo.
Is that your mom?
No. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The world tells you to express yourself, but the minute that you do, it tells you to shut up.
Just ask her what's going on.
Are you all right? I don't know, like how I'm supposed to help.
I'm messed up, Henry. I'm messed up. No, it's not when you realize you can't fix me.
What's wrong? It's regular stuff you are not gonna understand.
We're not regular people.
No, are you kidding me? Your relationship's been perfect since you were like my age.
There's a reason why, when every adult talks about young people, they can't avoid the truth.
Stop leading me on.
I'm confused, Henry. I don't know.
I know. I've known since like the very beginning.
That being young is so painful. It's almost too much to feel.